Hello viewers, welcome to the Editorial Analysis by Drishti IAS. In this section, we regularly take editorials from various newspapers and news portals for a better understanding of various issues happening in India and around the globe. In this section, we first try to link the editorial with our UPSC syllabus, then we go analytical in order to understand some key points and at last some important concepts. Dear viewers, we truly hope that you like this initiative taken by Dristhi IAS and your feedbacks are important for us. So kindly feel free to give your important feedbacks in the comment section. So without any further delay, let's commence our session.
Dear viewer, this video is available in Hindi as well. If you wish to watch it, please visit our Hindi YouTube channel, Drishti IAS. For your convenience, the link for this video in Hindi has been provided in the description below.
Today's editorial is taken from Economic Times and the title of today's editorial is What is at Stakes in the US Elections. If we try to link today's editorial with our UPSC syllabus, we can link it with GS Paper 2, which has segments like Polity, Governance, Constitution, and primarily with the section involving international relations. Some key points of today's editorial. The United States goes to the poll to elect its 46th president. Like we all know that United States is going to elect its 46th president. Now, the most important thing for us is who is going to be the 46th president of the United States. Whether it is going to be Joe Biden or is it going to be a second term for Donald Trump. As the world's sole superpower and the guarantor of security of Japanese, South Korean, Australia, Taiwan in the East Asia, of Western Europe and US allies in the West Asia. Also, the United States is the world's largest economy, the issuer of the currency in which the bulk of cross-border payments are settled, and exports invoiced. How the US behaves matters a lot to the rest of the world. Now, we all know that the United States of America is the world's sole superpower. It also ensures the security of Japanese, South Korea, Australia, Taiwan in the East Asia region, with respect to Western Europe and US allies in the Western Asia region. Also, being the world's largest economy and the issuer of currency in which majority of the world's payment, or you can say the trade of the world takes place with respect to that of the currency issued by the United States of America. So it is very important to see how does United States of America behaves is definitely going to be a great deal for the rest of the world. It's not just about the future of the Americans that is in play, but also the future of the rest of the world and many policies associated. Also, the India-US relationship is now stable and changes in leadership would have marginal impact on the general direction of the bilateral relationship. Like we know that the relationship between India and the United States of America is now have reached a phase where we can say that the relationship between both the countries is stable. So definitely, if there is a change in the leadership, we can definitely assume that there will be marginal impact on the things which we have seen who got settled after a very long time. If you look at the present scenario, despite this, there's a lot at stake for India, particularly the shift in geopolitical balance the Trump presidency has already wrought and could aggravate in a second term. The most important thing for India in this particular matter is that how India has developed its relationship with Donald Trump and how the entire geopolitical balance has been set by the Trump government. It is quite important that these initiatives could definitely take a higher shift in the second term of Donald Trump. Over the last 4 years, there have been a spectacular rise and consolidation of China's power. Now we all know that China has been emerging, or you can say is been trying to emerge as another superpower of the world. And in the last 4 years, we have definitely seen a consolidation in the power of China. Though President Trump's rhetoric has been about taking on China, the Trumpian America First isolationism has vacated space for China to expand its power and influence in the global affairs. President Trump has been regularly questioning about China and intention of China. The kind of debt trap China has set for many countries, America is the one nation who has been constantly questioning such policies. But however, there were several initiatives which were taken by the Donald Trump government, which has actually created, and that vacuum is being filled by China. And China is also making its presence in the global affairs as well. So we have to see how America behaves, or how America tries to keep a check on the increasing influence of China in the world politics. President Trump blamed the unfair advantage for China and its failure to play by the rules for the United States' decision to exit the Paris Agreement on climate change and the World Health Organization. Now, after President Trump came into power and he declined the proposal which was accepted by his predecessor, Barack Obama, Donald Trump said, America right now does not want to be a party in the Paris Agreement. And with their exit from the Paris Agreement, China has actually taken an unfair advantage. And because of that unfair advantage, China definitely, if we see at the present situation of the pandemic, China somewhere down the line had a control over WHO, and because of this, WHO was not exactly able to give the real situation that what exactly was the problem. Try to remember the initial phase of the pandemic. Every day WHO was coming with something new. It was the fault, it was the delay by WHO in declaring Corona as a pandemic. WHO was quite convinced that Corona is not a pandemic situation, but later on they had to agree upon this thing that Corona is something which can be fatal for the entire humanity. So China definitely has taken some undue advantages because of some of the decisions taken by the Trump government. The way ahead, weakening of the rules-based global order and replacing it with the principle that might is right, as the US has done, has suited China and hurt countries like India. The biggest problem of such initiatives by America and the advantage which has been taken by China has definitely affected many countries, and especially countries like India. Now, if we look at the behavior of the World Trade Organization, it has actually acted like a toothless organization. United States has refused to appoint any member to the appellate body of the WTO. Also, the trade war which Trump government started with China has affected the global growth, including ours. The climate change and the fight against global terror are two big areas impacted by the US policy. We can definitely say, number one, climate change. America initially was a signatory to the Paris Agreement, but when the Trump government came, they make this thing very clear that they don't want to be a signatory, they don't want to be a party to the Paris Agreement. Hence, they exited from that. Also, the idea with respect to the global terror situation, we can see that some of the initiatives, like how America is in a hurry to make its forces exit Afghanistan, definitely it raises a question mark on the intent of the American government. The kind of hurry in which the American government is in right now, it is actually accepting everything which is being said by Taliban. Whatever demand Taliban is putting, America is literally accepting it. So somewhere down the line, we can say that America's war against terrorism has definitely softened. And due to such situation, or the hurriness which has been shown by America, can definitely cost big time to the innocent people of Afghanistan, where America is striking a deal with Taliban, And it is quite possible that once America leaves, American soldiers are out of Afghanistan, Taliban again might make a comeback, and it will definitely harass the people of Afghanistan. The US is the world's oldest and most influential democracy. We all know that world's oldest and the most influential democracy is United States of America. Its flaws, when magnified, resound across the world and stunt democracies deepening everywhere. Much is at stake today. It should be noted that if there is any flaw, even a very small flaw, and when that flaw is magnified, so that flaw will definitely have a lot effect on the entire world, and especially over the democracies all over the globe. So it is to be noted that we can definitely say that there is a lot which is at stake in these United States 46th presidential election. So viewers, this was with today's editorial. I hope you liked it. Some of the questions that can be based on today's editorial can be on relationship between India and America. Also, what could be the impact of the policy if Joe Biden comes into power with respect to India? So viewers, this was with today's editorial. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much.